Yo, peace to the gods. I got a message for the subconscious from within a dream. There can only be one dream of reflection. Now, if you know the concept of solipsism, solipsism is the understanding that there's only one mind and nothing exists outside of that one mind. And that mind is God, the all-seeing I3, the Eligio Bishop, the chosen overseer of this reality. That is the actuality that we live in. Now, if you look at your scripture or at the Bible, it says, let there be light. But before the word, there has to be a thought. So if you look at John 1 verse 1, it says, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. Now replace that word with thoughts, and it'll read, in the beginning was the thought, and the thought was with God, and the thought was God. All things were made through this thought, and without it, nothing has been made that has been made. God imagined creation into being through the thought. To think means to imagine or conjure up an image in the mind. So God imagined everything into existence. We live inside of God's imagination. We are all living inside of God's dream. Everybody, every character is a figment of God's imagination. We are all projections of God's subconscious mind or God's consciousness. But in each and every dream, there can only be one true and absolute dreamer. You got to remember, reflection, that Christ was the dreamer of the Bible. He was the dreamer of that whole storyline, who came down in the flesh as God in human form, right? Our mother, Lucia, in heaven. And he had complete awareness that the reality that we were all living in was his dream. And in this age, the age of Aquarius, the age of enlightenment, when we are illuminated, the dreamer has returned, right? And his name is the all-seeing I3, the Eligio Bishop. Now you might ask, well, aren't we all dreamers too? Yes, we are all dreamers in our own right, because we are all made in the image and likeness of God. We are all able to project and shape our experiences. But here's the distinction. The distinction is that we all share the same collective dream, the same president, the same celebrities, the same global events. If there were more than one dreamer or more than one observer, then we will be experiencing different storylines. Somebody will see Trump as president. Somebody will see Biden as president. Somebody else will see Kanye West as president. But that's not happening because we all share the same collective reality. So the question becomes, who's dreaming this shared reality that we exist in, right? Think about it. When you go to sleep at night and you go into your dream realm, you are the gods sleeping in the bed, dreaming of that dream world. You are projecting all the characters that you will see and that you are experiencing inside of that dream realm. And when you wake up, the dream disappears. That's because the dream cannot exist without the dreamer. Without the dreamer or the observer imagining existence or the dream into existence, there will be no dream. There will be no subconscious. Same thing with this world that we are all a part of, right? We are being imagined into this dream by the dreamer, and without it, it would vanish. This is the power of the dreamer. Take, for instance, the movie Inception. In Inception, the subconscious didn't always know why they was reacting. They was reacting because they knew the dreamer. They recognized the dreamer. The same thing is going on with this reality, with Chief, with the Eligio Bishop. The subconscious mind, the collective, they react in awe, in fear, in imitation or rejection. It's because they recognize their source without them even knowing. It's a subconscious thing. It rules 95% of your reality. And just like in the movie, the subconscious would try to destroy the dreamer, but they couldn't because the dream will always protect him. You can't kill or destroy the source of the reality. So you can try to stab the dreamer, you can try to stab Christ, lock Christ up, you can try to crucify Christ, but it don't matter. The subconscious, the dream will always protect the one imagining the dream into existence. And that's what's happening right now. Chief is the dreamer of this existence that we are all existing in. This is God's dream, the all-seeing I3's imagination. And the dream is starting to remember. The dreamer, as the Eligio Bishop, is waking up to the truth that he is the only observer and the protector of this dream that we are in. And he has the most divine understanding and awareness of what this reality really is. And watch this, as the dreamer begins to awaken, the whole world, the whole reality begins to become more smarter and more intelligent. That's why you see we on a spiritual rise now. Everybody's into spirituality. Everybody's talking about God. Everybody's talking about going back into nature. Everybody's remembering and asking questions about what reality is. This is all ripple effects of Chief's awakening. He remembered before the whole dream did. And even in his presence, there is a knowing, there is a feeling, because the subconscious recognizes the source. So in this phase that we are in, which is the resurrection phase, the prophecy is being fulfilled. Once Chief, the dreamer, the all-seeing I3, returns back into the dream or returns back into the world will do either two things: bow to the dreamer or reject the dreamer. Either way, the dream knows who it belongs to. Reflect the light from the all-seeing I3. I love myself.